Hey there, everyone. What's up? So, what's going on today? Well, I signed on to YouTube. Well, not even that. This is like early in the morning. I noticed that there's an article about Index Holdings, Atlas's holding company, going on declaring bankruptcy. And I read the article and I thought, oh, okay, sounds okay. And then floodgates opened. Saw in the morning that Happy Console Gamer, who, by the way, I'm not calling out in this video. I like Johnny. I subscribe to him. I like his videos. He's a good guy. I've talked to him through PMs. Good guy. Not saying anything bad about Johnny. But he posted a video this morning, and maybe someone else posted some before him, but his was the first I saw. And it was like this kind of goodbye Atlus video. Like, see you later, no more Atlus. Atlus is gone, Atlus is bankrupt, Atlus is going out of business kind of tone to it. And frankly, I'm wondering if like we read the same article, because I didn't get any of that. And I thought, oh well, I commented on the video like, this is not really what's happening, and my comment was really high, like was the top comment for a long time, and I know they've cycled those out by time, but whatever, doesn't matter. If you want to, search his comments. I'm at the bottom, near the beginning. But what I'm going to talk about here is Atlus doomed? No, not at all. Calm down. No, it's not doomed. Let me tell you why. First, the company that is in trouble here is Atlas's holding company, Index Holdings. And Index Holdings, they're recently being investigated for fraud. And the fraud they're doing is something called, round tripping. And this is the same kind of thing Enron did. Basically, they take an asset that they have and sell it to another company within their holding group. And then they declare the sold asset as assets, something they gained, and the other company will declare the bought assets as an investment. So these things work towards their company to build up a value that's not really there, because they're only selling and buying things in between themselves. It would be like if I loaned myself $20 and claimed that I had 40 because I'm going to get 20 back eventually from me. That's essentially what was going on. So that's a really general explanation of it. I'll post the link below so you can understand more about round tripping if you're interested. It's a finance term. And we'll go into this more. So they're being investigated, and they found, okay, there's this kind of thing, it's illegal. You can't do that. In Japan, it's illegal. And so they're being investigated, and today they declared bankruptcy. And this isn't like a insolvency. They're not insolvent. They're not being shut down. They're not closing business. This is called a civil rehabilitation in Japan. In Japan, a civil rehabilitation is like a restructuring. It's like a court-appointed restructuring. It means that the company will have a court assigned to them, and they will have 6 months to file a process showing their rehabilitation plan. And if the court accepts their rehabilitation plan, they'll have 3 years to implement the plan. So we're looking at least 3.5 years of okay, as long as the plan works out. So that's just like a basic, like, Alice isn't going anywhere right away. But you can see in the articles, and I also read the Japanese articles, so I understand this a little bit better. The Japanese articles say that there will be an appointed court or arbitrator for this case. They'll have somebody appointed, meaning they're going through with a restructuring process in the court, meaning there's at least 6 months from the filing the process to getting it approved by the court. It's generally how long it takes. And generally they have 3 years to implement the plans, overseen by the court. I will again post links below, and you can read about this process yourself in English. I'm not making this up. So, and sadly, I've seen a lot of these videos popping up in my user feed, and it's like people don't read the articles, or they don't read the links explaining the parts of the articles that are pertinent. And These links I'm posting below are all from articles about this process. I mean, if you had read even remotely into this, done a little bit of research beyond, oh my god, Atlus is doomed, you would see that Atlus is not doomed. And, I hate to be the voice of reason. I mean, I'm not fit for this. I'm not fit to be the voice of reason for anything because, I hate doing this. I hate making videos like this, but I hate to see people that I'm subscribed to making these videos like it's, like Atlus is doomed. I've seen these videos with like sad music in the background soliloquizing Atlus, which is not going to happen because, you guys know what kind of companies get shut down, right? Companies with, that are profitable and have huge kind of products that people like and actually buy. Said nobody ever? That's not the kind of company that gets shut down. And what I've just described to you is Atlus. So what happens is, in the worst, absolute worst case scenario in this, Atlus is almost definitely fine. Let's assume that Index Holdings comes up with this plan and the court rejects it and just says, no, we're not going to accept that. You're gone. 6 months has passed and this isn't going to happen. You can't possibly implement this plan, so we're going to have to liquidate you. In that case, someone would buy Atlus wholesale. They're a separate company owned by a holding group. So, who wouldn't buy a profitable company? They could spin off as their own company if with enough backing. It's the kind of thing, like, it makes no sense to assume that Atlus is gone. I've seen, and I'm not picking on Johnny for this. I'm not picking on any of the people in my YouTube feed that have kind of bought into this without really doing due research. But it's more amplified because, like, in the comments, which, okay, normally, like, I think pretty much everyone can agree that comment sections on YouTube not exactly the best place to, get anything. But in some cases they're good. But in most cases, especially on bigger channels, YouTube comment sections not even remotely worth looking at. But I made the mistake of looking, and people are just going nuts, insane, like, oh my god, Atlus is gone, Atlus is dead, no more Persona, no more Shin Megami Tensei, no more anything. It's the kind of thing that it's ridiculous. And none of these fears would be held if you even read the articles. That's what I'm saying. Like, just read the whole article and click on the links referring to things in the article. That's all you need to do, and you can understand. Atlus is fine. Let me say, in the absolute worst case scenario, let's say they get liquidated entirely, the Index Holdings. And Index Holdings has $250 million in debt. That's a lot of debt. If they get liquidated, someone will buy Atlus. It's nobody won't buy a profitable company. It would be stupid. Let's see, we can make money or we can just throw it away. Let's make money. We'll buy Atlus. And there's a lot of candidates for that. My personal best candidate, I think, would be Gung Ho Entertainment, who recently bought Grasshopper Manufacture also. But, they could be other people. Whatever, I'm not going to go into that. All I wanted to say is, people who are freaking out about Atlus being bankrupt, stop. Stop freaking out. Stop making, soliloquizing videos. Stop making your sad, like, goodbye Atlus videos. Atlus isn't going anywhere. Not in the foreseeable future, at least. If anything bad happens, we'll hear about it, and we'll hear about it long before anything really bad happens. And again, Atlus is a profitable company. Profitable companies don't disappear. Companies that lose money disappear. Lots of small companies with popular IPs disappear because not enough people buy those things. Atlus is not one of those companies. Atlus has a lot of IPs that are popular, and when they come out, people buy them. They're a profitable company. Profitable companies don't disappear. That's how companies work. If you make money, you survive. Atlus will survive. So that's all I had to say. This has went on longer than I wanted it to. Links for all the stuff I'm talking about below. Please check them out. stop freaking out. That's all I wanted to say. See you guys next time.